Hello and welcome back to this new day. Today we're gonna focus on business expansion. It's gonna be purely business. We're not gonna do any repairs, but we're gonna do a lot of upgrades, a lot of improvements in the workshop. So let's see where we are. We have our 10,000 for our first major upgrade to the workshop, and we have jumped a few levels already, so we're gonna upgrade some skills as well. Okay, and let's see. We go first and we have 5 skill points. We're gonna spend 3 on this. So that takes us to level 3 renovator. This would need another 4. Let me see. Should I spend 2 here and then get more discount, or should I get... No. That discount is important, but if I fix parts and if I just fix, let's say, an ABS unit, cost me 100, sell it for 700, I guess that's a well worth spend. And then, most important is, before we do any upgrade, let's just check quickly what we have here. Let's walk out here to the back of the garage. You see, we have a nice backyard full of junk. We have a container not used. So there, we should set up a scrap bank. Scrap parts should be just been there. Well, it was used for this before as well. As you can see, all the parts are just here in the container. But the shipping container, it's perfectly good for that kind of a task. And then, okay, can you walk faster, please? Okay, here, there's a construction started. If we're gonna have the cash for it, we're gonna finish this. It's gonna be like a performance upgrade part with maybe dyno and all the rest. Here a nice empty spot, need some cash, but here we will do the car wash. Of course, how do I know that? Because that's how it is, you just need the cash for it. And then here again, a big empty unit. We're gonna make 2 nice workshops for suspension and brake tests and all the rest. So with that, we're gonna have a lot of new test possibilities. Now this one is locked now. It's another workshop, but of course, oh come on, run, not just wrong button, sorry. And if we're gonna be able to do this upgrade now, what we plan to do today, we're gonna have this part of the workshop attached to our garage as well, which will be good because there soon, step by step, we're gonna be able to do more and more work to get tools to overhaul parts. So that's mainly gonna be for basically overhauling any parts, fixing, repairing, and anything. Of course, not everything can be repaired, but I will show you that later. It has to have a certain quality to be able to fix it. Otherwise, if it's too bad, then it's only good for scrap. So any toolbox, as I said, walk to it and go on to this one. Now here, this one is this shipping container I showed you at the back. It's not that expensive, but I didn't want to do this upgrade because salvaging it's okay. It's nice when you have salvage points and then you can do upgrades to some parts to have performance parts. But it's not the most important, and straight off you won't be making too much money with that at the start. When you're doing tuning and performance upgrades, then it's going to be useful, but for now, not today. Another one what we can afford for a while now, it's the car wash. Of course, if you get a junky old dirty car, or actually any dirty car, you can wash it there and then, you know, you don't bring all the dirt into the workshop. Theoretically, it doesn't fall off it in the simulation, but in real life, believe me, you can make a mess of your workshop and you don't want that. So that's nice. I don't know, at this stage, except washing cars and working on clean cars, it doesn't really add much benefit to us because we're not gonna make a fortune with it. So I don't want to spend on it just yet, but we will get it soon. And then this one, the test path. Basically, this is in the big brick building. We're gonna have all the test equipment there for additional tests, what we at the moment cannot test only by stripping and visually. For example, shock absorbers and brakes. We can do a full set of tests, everything we have on the car at the moment, like all the green ones here. And it's still not gonna give us the brakes, the suspension, and some other faulty bits. Now, you can also get this one. This one actually it's expensive, it's 10,000, we could get this. But, well, this will save us time with the tests because we're not gonna have to strip. We can run a test and we will find out if something is actually not good. So this is important, but we don't want it just yet. At least I don't. I want to aim for income, for profit. If I look at the whole lot business-wise, this will save me time and give me answers in diagnostics. But the other upgrade what we will do will give me quick cash. And with that I can save a lot on parts. With that I can make money much faster, and then I can get these upgrades next. We can get another ramp as well, we can afford it, it would be nice, you can work on 2 cars at the same time, but what do? You stand in the middle, you put your arm left, you put your arm right, and you screw the 2 wheels together, work on the 2 engines together. You're alone in your workshop. At the moment, it's only you. So you work on the left or on the right car, but you just work on one car. Yes, you strip it, for some reason you cannot finish it, you can start another one. Let's say you run out of money, you cannot buy an expensive part, and then you start another one. You cannot take the other one off the ramp, let's say if it's stripped without wheels or anything. Because of this, it's handy to have 2 ramps. But we're just gonna be very careful on the jobs we take on, and we're gonna make sure that we estimate the expected cost properly, and then we'll get away without this force start. And we get it later when we get more money. And then we can also get a paint shop that's gonna be beside the test path in the existing brick building in the back. There you can spray cars, do nice upgrades, customize them, nice looking exterior and so on. And there is the dyno. Ooh, that's expensive, you see. 15,000 is the second most expensive, is the paint shop. And then the dyno is 20,000, which is the most expensive. That's the one being built now from the ground up in the left corner of the backyard. It's pricey, but you know, if you want to tune cars, it's gonna worth it in the long run. But now, since we are at the start of our business and we are so small, yes, we dream of fancy things like this, but we need a very well-established serious setup with good income before we can afford anything like this, or before we want to afford anything like this. And finally, there we go, garage expansion. This is purely and simply just another room, another workshop unit to the garage, where you can have a lot of workbenches, and there you can fix your parts, overhaul any mechanical parts, brakes, ABS, radiators, whatever, whatnot, suspension parts, drive shafts, drive axles, anything. If you upgrade it more later, you will have body panels, so you see, there is dependencies. For all these, you need this expansion. As soon as you have that, then you can have the brake lathe. With this you fix the brake discs. This is gonna be probably the next most important upgrade we will do. Then you have the workbenches. This definitely is a must. Here you fix a lot of parts and upgrades. That's another workbench, quite a big one. This is for body parts. This is also okay. We're not doing that much yet, but down the road we will. This is also a nice one to have. You can get away without, but it's more comfortable when you do an engine overhaul, like change pistons or anything like that. Open the top, open the bottom. All the time you have to raise the engine, lower the engine, or I mean the whole car actually on the ramp, to get to the engine, and top end, bottom end, wherever you have to work, and all the time you jump in and out, under the car, on top of the car, and so on. So if you have this, you just remove the engine and work much faster and much more comfortable on it. We will use this a lot later. So that's the kind of that. Battery charger, yeah, it's not expensive, it's actually quite cheap, it's okay, we will get this. At the moment we didn't have any battery issue yet. You can put the battery on charge there, and basically a bad battery charged, it will go back into the car, you save some cash there as well. So it's okay, we will get that. With the welder, you do some repairs on the body. It's okay, but it's quite pricey, not now. Now, window tint toolkit. Wow, very good, very fancy. It's not that important just yet. We can tint car windows. To be honest, these extra and upgrades we will use later at a later stage when we're in more advanced stage already. Now here we also have some dependencies. That's basically a warehouse. That's gonna be just off the second workshop expansion room with the workbenches. And it's very good because now we have a lot of parts already. We're not binning them, not scrapping them, not selling them. You can sell them for $1 or $2, but it's not worth it. I keep them for now. And now when we get this upgrade we are going to do right now, basically fix up the parts. What is not possible to fix, we can just scrap it. But what we can fix, if we have too many, it's annoying to have it in the inventory. But if we put it in our warehouse, then it's okay. We just run in there, take it there off the shelf instead of going to the shop and buying a new. This one you need the paint shop to get the color palette and everything, so you do the custom paint jobs and so on. This one, of course, after that. And this is a fancy one. And we do the second ramp, that's basically it's gonna get rid of the big junky bus there, so it's gonna free up a lot of space. And then as soon as we have that done, we can get this, well, it's a ladder basically, that's how it looks, but with this basically you can customize your whole workshop, the whole appearance, how it looks, like floor, walls, the whole lot, color of the front of the cabinets and workbenches and tools and ramps and like the car lifts, everything you want, gates. So then we're gonna get fancy. You know, appearance, it's very important in business. So if you want to be a reputable business, make sure you look nice and clean and professional. So there we go, garage expansion, that's what we're gonna get first. And now you say all this talk for just this 1 second of a purchase, and let's see what have we got. You see, and voila, open sesame, this whole place opened up for us. Now what do we have at the moment? A big empty unit, that's it. And you see, oh, we cannot even go out, terrible. But we can go out to the back, at least, I hope. Yeah. Okay, and then we go back. And you see, I was telling you about this warehouse. Well, that's gonna be the one. We're just gonna have to cut the chain off. That's a solution as well. And that's it. We're gonna have to buy some workbenches, but since we are pretty low on cash, we're not gonna push it now. We're gonna do some more jobs. As soon as we have them finished, then we're gonna get into serious business and get some workbenches, get some, show you what I mean by that. What do we actually need? This one first we need to get for fixing our parts, and this one to fix our brakes. That's the first two we're gonna get. And then I don't know, we will see. I have to sleep on it. So I guess we have our upgrade. I told you at the beginning that we're not gonna do any jobs today. So today we're not fixing cars. We just built a whole garage. So basically we just built a whole unit there. Built, yes, we paid for it and we just rented it. but it's okay, we bought it, let's call it. So thank you for your attention, and let's continue tomorrow with another day and another job, or another few jobs actually. So tomorrow we're gonna try to fix some fancy, well-paying cars, because, oh, actually, we might not have the initial cash to get on a big job. But let's build up again some cash and do more upgrades. See you tomorrow. Bye.